Hey, welcome back to Monster Train 2. Let's do another run after we check in at the barracks. Come on, give me your best shot. Alright, brace yourself. Yeah. How was that? Not bad. For someone so small, you got some power in that attack. But combat isn't all about offense. You'll need some good defense, too. Well, I can't help but be squishy. I'm all my ceiling, but no muscle. That's why me and my siblings came up with something clever. Guys, you can come out now. Get in formation. Oh, yes. Dun 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 dun. Our Dune being our lethal advantage. Incredible. You all can fit in that piece of armor? Yep. Our squishiness is an advantage. Can pack a ton of us in a single space. In fact, there's dozens of us in there right now. Don't ask how it smells in there. Interesting. This will be useful to know when we fight alongside each other. You all look ready for battle. How about we put your formation to the test? Bring it on. Alright. We've been doing the dimensional challenges quite a bit. I think we've won 7 or 8 in a row. So I'm going to just pause on that for now and do a quick run. And I am fine with all randoms. No win streak to speak of. So let's go. Alright, we have Primordium along with the Underlegion. Very interesting. So already I'm thinking we can get the Primordium version that allows you to pass stats on and cast a lot of Propagate. We unfortunately get Crucible Collector, the worst of the two collectors, and collectors aren't very good in general. We get more Making of a Morsel. And we get 2 Rot. We do get melee weakness Savagery, which is not great for the Crucible Collector. And honestly, probably just one-shots him unless we can get some damage shield going. Archeon, we want to fill up our floors, and Kale provides damage shield. And we get Malkuth Shifting Fire. All drafted cards appear with an upgrade. Take a look at our artifact first. Gorge triggers an additional time. Sure. And Primordium. So we either get aggressive edible or stalwart snack. So typically I would take aggressive edible here, but with the double gorge triggers, we're going to scale just about as fast. Well, I mean, with double triggers here, you're going to get 30 damage the first round, 30 attack. But I want to take the Buffet 5. It's going to give us a chance to apply more status if we decide to do that for the second upgrade for Primordium. And that combined again with the Propagate could be pretty interesting. So let's get going. Fire Dampener is fine. And we can play Crucible Collector for a bit. I think we're going to want to find a different solution to the melee weakness problem. Okay, so interesting. We could conscript here. Actually, I'm curious. Okay, so it just goes right to him. Just like he was a regular unit. That makes sense. I'm not going to do that, though. Okay, we get... Turn on the Spear Steward. Get a morsel, sure. Plink to get the collector. Throw a morsel miner up here. Pretty easy fight, not anticipating any problems here. Plink did not hit. Okay, we'll just stack up on our collector upstairs. Plink. Why do you come in with so much sap? Oh, because he restores health. So this boss is like a big wind-up character. Like, the longer you let him go, the more he's going to do to you. But I, once again, am not worried. So we do need to keep an eye on the pyre. So Malakui Shifting Pyre is relatively low hit points. 60 is not a ton in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so we can Prismal Dust, Space Prism, Packed Morsels with a Calcified Ember. I don't think this is great along with the Calcified Ember. Size we don't really care about. Remove Consume, sure. Cheery Death Cap with Incant Armor too. That's very weird. We're not playing Infectory really anywhere. I'll take the Death Cap. Might end up getting removed. And let's look for some Under Legion units. Endless and Dualism. Okay. We get a Puffball with Conduit, or an Amorous Inoki Rally. Okay, so Conduit 5. The only Conduit benefit would be Plink. Maybe Prismal Dust is affected by Conduit? I don't think so. No, I don't think it is, right? Rot would get a bonus for Conduit. That's kind of a weird thing to have on him. We could put Dualism on him, but then he's kind of fragile, only 35 health. I'm gonna take the Inoki here. Alright, we get Regen 2. I think I want the Endless on the Death Cap. Regen 2. Okay. I want 20 health on him. I'll say okay. We're still going to need to find a solution for this, the melee weakness problem of Seraph. Yeah. So I think we want to do Inoki first, and then Primordium, and then back. Okay, so Rally 2. Regen 4, okay. I know we don't have the ability to pass on stats yet, but just planning for it. Okay, so no space for the making of a morsel. Load up these on the first floor. Let's do this. Let's try for that collector. It's better. I'll throw a troop out here. Troop will tank a hit for us. Let's keep throwing out our Death Cap. Elabore the wall, resolve, gain some stuff. I think we'll just play to the top floor here. A bit of a misplay. I didn't leave enough room for my death cap, but I think we'll survive this fight just fine. We have 9 lifesteal. Oh, come on. Alright. Another Prismal Dust with damage shield or consume removed. Didn't we just see this set? With maybe the intrinsic on the packed morsels and the permafrost on Space Prism. Take the other Prismal Dust. Another incant armor on green recruit. Odd. Or spawning pods with intrinsic. Say no. Alright, arms. I think let's keep looking for units for a bit. I'm not set on an arms strategy at the moment. Spell chain holdover. Okay, interesting. Guess we'll take Hellhorn here. Okay, so this is interesting. If we take... We can throw the armor on Primordium first turn. We get the Primordium upgrade that passes on stats, so we can pass on armor. And these rage scalers, well, reinforce could be useful if we had armor, but we have to first take Alloy of the Ancients to achieve that. So rage, we have nothing going on there with rage, and reinforce depends on alloy, so we need to take alloy. It's a very convoluted way of saying that we should take armor. Okay, so let's look at Under Legion. Armor 10, Conduit 5. So maybe we want to think of a row where like top row can be our Collector and Primordium with armor. And maybe a middle row can be Cluster Colonel. Or do we want to take Squad Leader with Trample? This guy's continually spawning, so I'm inclined to take that. We can hold over. So I'm going to Spell Chain Armor of the Ancients, double it up, and we can hold over. I'm going to say Prismal Dust. This one might be a little weird. We can always play it just outright if the rest of the hand sucks. Or if our hand is good, we can play all the cards, and then this is simply a 0 cost, no effect spell that we can play, and it'll come back into our hand. Plus 10 magic power, we can throw on a Plink, sure. And we're broke. Okay, let's fight Archeon. Take the trial, of course. Okay, so we play our Anoki, we play our Primordium, we play our Collector. Okay, so in this position, you know, Primordium is not passing along stats, so here we can simply armor up our Dude Bro. And let's get some decay going early. I'll take the one hit. Okay, looking pretty good. And let's rot again. Okay, that floor's okay. Top floor. We are not doing any extra damage here. That's a problem. Let's throw out Spear Steward and... Alright, so we are leaking a bit here. Okay, let's restart this and think about it again. So let's leave the Inoki on the middle floor. And I will play a Spear Steward here. And still armor up just the same. Throw the Spear Steward on the bottom floor. Ignore our rot for a little bit. I need to worry about the actual waves. And I think now I will Morsel Miner. And let's Prismal Dust that, bro. Okay, alright, looking much better already. So I think what I'd like to do here, I'm just trying to prevent the damage on the first floor. So maybe we can do this. Oh, they still both die. That's okay. Could have thought about that a little harder, but it's 5 damage. Let's plunk. Okay, we do get it. Lay down a morsel. And let's get another troop out. We'll play our dust to have it. And here, let's get some decay going. And alright, Death Cap in the back, doing some work. I'm realizing now we don't need that second Prismal Dust at all. Okay, and the shrooms take it away. A little leaky here. I think our top row could still use some attention. Man, what a brawl. Brawl on the middle floor. Okay, so Wretch is great here. Getting Primordium back is fantastic. I would love to have Furnace Tap to be able to throw multi-strike on Primordium. The Ember Drain isn't great. Need to find a way to clear that. Mitosis Cap, I don't think we necessarily want to duplicate anything. So I'm going to take a Wretch. We get a Puffball with Avarice. And we get an alloyed construct. Or a spore launcher. Adverse 3 is a bit unfortunate. The construct is interesting, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to take space. And there's a dupe with a Merchant of Magic, and another dupe with a Merchant of Steel. Do we think we can survive? Get one trinket on the right with an event, some pyre health. I think left is the greedy path here, so I'm gonna try it. Alright, reduced to 1 in dualism. Interesting. And let's take the maker. Dualism. Gain lifesteal 2. It's my last upgrade on that card. You can gain fuel too. And have damage shield 6. Wow, this is tough. So I feel like the alloyed construct is going to be strictly better than the Crucible Collector, especially with the damage shield on it already. My fear is that without, and he's got multi-strike, so he's gotta be our guy. So I'm gonna get rid of the Crucible Collector. Now the question is, do we want dualism? And I think the answer is we need to hunt for another multi-strike, unfortunately. Let's reroll. Okay, Titanite. I think I would like Endless on the Colonel. And let's throw a damage shield 3 on the Morsel Maker. These upgrades aren't great. Okay, so this isn't great. Let's continue on the Stalwart stack. Stalwart snack path. For if we get to upgrade 3, we'll put the stat transfer on it. Okay, spikes 4. So that's 4 swings. Primordium will die if we don't put armor on him. The Cluster Colonel and Inoki will probably die. Spikes 4, regen 2, so they're doing 2 damage. By 10 plus, I think this is a no, unfortunately. Alright, so it's middle floor. It's Primordium and Alloyed. We'll get down the Cluster Colonel. So he can chill on the bottom floor, I think that's fine. Play like this. Play our armor. Okay, top floor is taking care of itself. We will just keep plopping down our cheery death cap. Okay, more prismal dust. So this is great. This guy takes care of some low health sweepers. Let's plank to see what we get. Sure. And another prismal dust. Vegetable shard, go away. Still hanging out of this wretch. Shouldn't Primordium be eaten? Damage shield 8. And in this position, let's spawn and spawn. Okay, so we do need a feast to make Primordium go a little bit quicker. Look at that. Alright, this is too good. Alright, there he goes. He's cleared one of them, he's cleared two of them, he's cleared three of them. That was a lot of chopping, buddy. Alright, stuff is still happening down here. Interesting. Okay, we're good. Big old bonk. Alright, we do get a feast. With spell chain. It would be nice to heal, but with Caven, that's advanced strats that probably don't work for us. And a mushy room. You know what? I like the idea of throwing this on the middle floor. Okay, we can dupe a card. We absolutely will. Let's go right. Double stack and heal. These rots aren't really active in our deck. When a unit has a third unique effect, status effect applied to it, propagate 2. Deal 30. If this was the 50% chance to keep the card, I would probably take it, I think. Because of the value on the Alloy of Ancients. And that is our only consume card. So I will take Evolutionary Instinct. And we can dupe, and I think this Alloy of Ancients is gonna make or break us, so... if we can handle Multi-Strike. And did I click that too eagerly? I may have. We're about to find out. Alright, mega armor. Coming your way. And remind me what we're putting on the middle floor. So I think we want to always have one spot for the death cap, maybe. Actually, I'll throw a steward down. We'll play the morsel, play our empty prismal dust. Okay, so this row is full now. Might be a problem. And get rid of them. Pay attention to the sap, please. Alright, so that's morsel. And let's take a couple dings here. That was a lot. Okay. And in this position, I think we can do a little pyre healing. So I would love to get some sort of rage or attack buff for Primordium. Yeah, we can throw a spear seer down up here. Alright. Morsel Maker finally shows up again. Yeah, let's get our death cap in here for one. Wait, why did that do something? Oh, the rally on it. Well, why did it rally? Alright, the mushrooms solve the world. And I'm just checking space here. So, okay, so without the Spear Steward, we got a gap up here we could retch and bring back Primordium, so it's not a problem. But we are good. And it appears this will be another 17-minute fight. And we'll keep the speed high. Oh, there we go. Okay. And a bonk. Alright, we earned a whole lot of money. Intrinsic Feast, 0 cost. I'm gonna click it. Okay, another mushy room. Mushroom Cloud with Intrinsic. With Consume. I'll dig deep. I'm gonna take another mushy room. I think stacking sap on the first 2 floors would be pretty good. So at this point we have the money and we need one more upgrade on our alloyed construct. and we're gonna hunt for it, I guess. Alright, we did not get it. It's dualism enough. Okay, so there is a merchant of arms. That's not what I'm looking for, though. Merchant of steel. We have Kale now. We're winning most fights with our middle floor, to be honest. Get rid of a steward. Get rid of 2 stewards. So I think we can afford to potentially roll this riskily. Is there anything else we want to... Yeah, it's just stewards left. Save a little bit of money. I mean, I think I'm gonna dupe the armor. We're still low on attack, which makes me worried for this fight. We might just bottom out here and... And we'll play like we have been. Alright, we get 150 armor off the bat. Alright, we did not get the... This guy has haste too. This is a problem. So this guy hastes, but he doesn't enchant haste, so only he moves up. That's interesting. Okay, what is proccing here? So nothing is rallying. Triggers when you play a unit card on this floor. Y'all, I don't know what's causing this. Just being real. Alright, so this is a big problem. Which Rot does not solve. And we take exactly 18 damage from this guy. So that's going to be a loss. What if we play first floor? He still only takes 3 damage? Oh, because he eats. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Sorry. No, that was a long turn to replay, but just a fumble. Alright, we can feast. Okay, he still dies, that's unfortunate. Okay, we can clink on the top floor to clear it. And y'all, we're not swinging big enough here. Nothing to clear the cherubs from eating. Are we... Let's feast. Alright, try again. We're going to try the middle floor, and we're going to try to pump our construct. And she can get one upstairs, that's fine. Okay. So we're not getting any stacks on the top floor. Okay, unfortunate. Yeah, this isn't scaling fast enough. No more cards to draw. We are unfortunately cardless. And I think I'm gonna let this one go. Not enough damage. You know, I'm also noticing that we are not seeing our Cheery Death Cap here. Mushy Room keeping us alive. And y'all, I am not entirely certain why we are still alive, but we are still alive. Yeah, and this Primordium is pretty garbage. It's interesting for sure. Oh, and they got us. I didn't think it was going to happen. Number level up, we've unlocked Shadow Eater. Prism Retrieval. Ugh. Gorge triggers 154. Fuel applied to 114. First alloyed construct run, I believe. So let's look at what we had. Primordium. Yeah, we went fishing for the stats Primordium, thinking we could armor and hopefully rage him and see the stats Primordium or the rage. And alloyed construct, absolutely fishing for the multi-strike that unfortunately we didn't see. And that's why this run didn't work out. Inoki, Deathcap, Cluster Kernel, Morsel Maker. Some good cards, makings of a strategy, but unfortunately it did not come together. Round 2. All right, that's going to do it for this one. We broke our win streak yet again, but it is what it is. Our win streak on the dimensional challenges, that is. We're still getting wiped in Covenant 10 completely, but yeah, if you like this one, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.